On today's episode, new Thor Ragnarok movie, news and hairstyle, Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, Batman bad guy confirmed, and Aquaman is Rico.
More X-Men news, a Telltale game, and more on the inside of Tuesday Newsday.
Yay!
So last week we got our first peek at Thor's new look, so let's start with the most obvious change, his new hairstyle.
Yeah. Fabulous.
If anything, his new do shouts more boy band than mythical thunder god Thor. And where is Mew Mew, Mjolnir? Instead, he is wielding two scimitar swords and a whole new getup as well.
The new look is down to the gladiator-type planet Sakaar, where he ends up being after Hela, played by Academy Award winner Cate Blanchett. She also looks a little bit different from the comics, the main difference being her black hair instead of the blonde in her comic book counterpart. She is accidentally unleashed from her prison and is not a happy super being, no, not at all. Blanchett explains she's been locked away for millennia, getting increasingly upset, and then, with a mistake, she's unleashed and she ain't getting back in that box.
She's not gonna get in. On Sakaar, Thor is forced to become a gladiator and realizes he's no longer super special.
Oh no!
Sakaar is basically where every wormhole across the universe dumps out its trash. So you get people from all occupations with all sorts of incredible abilities and powers.
Crazy.
Hemsworth explains, "No one cares what Prince or King Thor may have been in another world."
Aww.
Also, his strength is pretty easily matched with those he finds himself amongst. Sakaar's most successful and popular fighter is Thor's favorite frenemy, the Hulk.
It's going to be a race against time to escape Sakaar and get back to Asgard and save his homeworld from Ragnarok. Despite this seemingly dark and brutal setting though, we are expecting a slightly more comedic installment in Thor's story, largely thanks to its director, Taika
Waititi.
Hemsworth describes sense of humour as quirky and left of field, which forced all of the characters and the tone of the whole story to head in a new direction.
It's a new tone and a new direction.
Hey.
Yeah. Also joining the Marvel Universe, we just found out the production start date for Captain Marvel. Despite not yet having a director or plot that we're aware of, and beyond Brie Larson, there isn't even a cast. It is due to start production next January.
So excited!
And will be hitting cinemas in 2019. It will be Marvel's first film with a female lead starring Brie Larson as Carol Danvers. Yes, Miss Marvel herself, as she's Mrs. Marvel herself, to take on the mantle of Captain Marvel. During interviews from her latest film, Kong Skull Island, Brie Larson comments on similarities between character Mason in Kong and Captain Marvel. And she says the role will explore how women lead and how that is different and unique. Captain Marvel will also be joining Infinity War, so we may see her before 2019.
Meanwhile, in DC, we have some news on Batman. Our favourite villain for the Batman film is said to be Deathstroke, who'll be played by Joe Manganiello. And in an interview recently, he hinted that they are looking at a late spring production start date. So this fiasco will finally be off the ground. If you regularly watch Tuesday Newsday, you will know that we have been following the drama surrounding the Bat, and that it's not been an easy road. So it's great to hear someone involved in the project is excited and ready to make this movie happen.
Yep.
And we've also had a look at the Bat Tankmobile for the Justice League film, which looks pretty serious and less batty. Dark nights ahead, we think.
Yeah, good luck. And we also have seen our first raw footage of Aquaman swimming beneath the waves. It's only 5 seconds, but we can almost make out some Atlanteans through the water. And speaking of Jason Momoa, we have some crossover gaming film news. Yes, Aquaman is set to star in a Just Cause the Game film adaptation.
No way.
We all know that it's easy to get it wrong when creating a film out of games we have seen recently with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which is in your hand. But I'm also sure fans will be excited to relive the gaming journey. Jason Momoa is set to play Rico Rodriguez on a mission presumably involving plenty of action and crazy stunts. As far as possible, we assume there will be nothing as arbitrary as a storyline to distract us from this.
Oh no. James Gunn's epic sci-fi masterpiece, now acclaimed as this generation's Star Wars. Not that we don't actually have this generation Star Wars, but with a lot of fans being disappointed with episode 7 of the Star Wars Enforced franchise, it's no wonder that fans flocked in their millions to the space opera-esque adventure Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Which is why I'm super happy to tell you that tell all the Guardian fans what Telltale is up to.
Guardians of the Galaxy is their next game. Woohoo!
So excited.
Not only that, but it seems they have been working on it for some time already. The series will be filled with Easter eggs for fans of the Guardians, whether you've watched them in film, in the animated series, or read their comic books. The game will include a female not yet seen outside of the comic books who is relatively new to Marvel. Rosman and Telltale's Job Stafer would not confirm who she is, leaving fans to speculate about who that may be. But we think it's Captain Marvel.
This series will follow the team after a major battle in which they discover a powerful artifact. Each of the Guardians wants the relic for a different reason, as does the villain, who's the last of her kind. Sounds awesome, right? Well, you don't have to wait long. The first of the 5 episodes comes out in the spring, which is kind of now, right?
We are Groot! Here is the rest of the gaming news in quick bite sizes. We've learned more about Mass Effect Andromeda on the multiplayer side. Apparently all the DLC maps will be free, which is unusual because it's free.
Yeah.
Mass Effect drops in orbit in 1 week. Also, Naughty Dog has released a 6-minute gameplay video at PAX, which is Penny Arcade Expo, with their game most thought was a new Tomb Raider game. Until it wasn't. In the video, a woman dressed in hijab navigates a very tense situation involving military checkpoints and dangerous adversaries. But in the end, it was revealed this wasn't Lara Croft, but Chloe Fraser, who was introduced in Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. She'll be teaming up with Nadine Ross, who debuted in Uncharted 4 at Thieves' End. There's a theme. The game is called Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. This looks amazing. It looked amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we have some extreme TV news for you. The X-Men universe just keeps on growing, and even the rumoring of a reboot of the X franchise, largely because of Logan and timeline issues, for which there are many. The X-Men is now wanting to dominate the TV realm as well. The FX miniseries Legion is being extremely well received, but is not really suitable for family viewing because sex and stuff. But you can be extremely happy because
Bryan Singer will be directing the pilot episode of a new family-friendly drama of an X-Men TV series. The plot loosely tells of a human parent on the run, and with mutant children, they meet an underground mutant resistance, and boom, Bob's your mutant uncle, and we have a TV series. Still, it's in its early stages, but here is a pic of a pilot called Gifted.
Cool. And before we wrap up this week's episode, in 2009, James Cameron's Avatar came out and birthed 3D into cinema screens everywhere. For real, not a gimmick. In fact, he insisted that cinemas could only have his film if they updated their projectors to handle digital 3D properly. It could be said that Avatar was the only truly good 3D film. But that's besides the point. We have been promised not only 1 but 3 films over the span of 8 long years. So you can sigh with us now and forget about the sequels once more because they are being pushed back once more.
But we do have some news right from Mr. Cameron's mouth.
Wow.
He said, well, 2018 is not happening. We haven't announced a firm release date.
The year might happen. Just
what people have to understand is that this is a cadence of releases. So we're not making Avatar 2. We're making Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's an epic undertaking. Expect the 4 new films, not 3, sometime in your lifetime, hopefully. Maybe. Okay, that's us for Tuesday Newsday. Thank you once again for watching here on YouTube and Facebook.
Yep.
If you liked the video, please let us know below. If you did not, let us know why as well. So for everything entertainment and geeky, keep your social feeds Ruby Tuesday.
Bye-bye, Ruby Tuesdayers.